it was 100 years ago when Finland has a civil war, and many readers still think that Finland doesn't talk enough about the civil war. And at the moment, I think history research in many countries is going to face new problems. Eastern European matters, Baltic states facing the problems that Moscow is not very interested in opening archives, which creates problems. Positive things are like KGB archives and the secret police archives, for example, in Ukraine, have now been opened. And to make analyses of the past, then first you have to have the facts. First you have to tell the history. And Eastern European history has been told through Soviet narrative for over 15 years, and Russia isn't still giving a very easy time for history discourse, so which makes it again more complicated. But it's very important to have the facts, and based on the facts you can make solid research, and also education is very important. Well, KGB archives are closed and they are in Moscow, so the access to that is very limited. But otherwise, I think Estonian history research is of very high quality and also very active. The new generation is doing a really good job. Author uses everything. In Estonia, there has been a boom for memoirs and biographies, so there's plenty of printed material as well, and also researchers have been very active in collecting memoirs, and people are encouraged to write their memoirs, also to collect the historical memory and oral stories of the people. So I think Estonia has a very, very active history process that is still going on. Something that is lacking is the stories of collaborators, and that is also one reason why I wanted to write When the Doves Disappeared, because the main character is a collaborator, and for some reason those people are not interested in writing their memoirs. There's only actually one good memoir of an Estonian captain who worked for KGB, and it's quite unique actually, and it's a very, very good one as well, also because we need to understand why people collaborated. Yeah, the people. Well, that's one reason why I wanted to write When the Doves Disappeared is. Let's say it like this: that one of the starting points of the story was when I read an article about Edgar Meos. My character is Edgar Barts, but the historical role model for him is Edgar Meos, who was a person who wrote books about Estonian history, and he was collaborating with KGB as well as German security services during the German occupation. And that actually struck me because he's not the only one. It seems like KGB offered work for quite many people who had been working for German security authorities, and that was actually a surprise to me. But it seems like that if you are skilled propagandist, then you will always find a place to work. And there was quite plenty of them, and then I also wanted to open up the structure of the Soviet history writing, which was extremely political, and it was to create extremely bad image of independent Estonia. It was to create image of Estonia as a very bad nation, And in the end, that kind of political activity is very harmful for Estonia, but also to all victims of Holocaust, because they were used for political purposes that were not actually, to respect the victims. And also, the Soviet research was not research as we understand objective research based on the facts, and that is very, very harmful for future generations as well, because we need to make new research based on facts and not without lies or propagandist traces which has been piled up on the history.